Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing this March the 19th, 2025. Brief, quick, more early morning update here. As you can see, what we talked about last night, the price did roll over on itself after the brief fake out Sunday morning. Just as the market opened Sunday evening for the new weekly candle, the market has turned over on itself, and you can see the Bitcoin price is down from that reversal from what we were talking about after that false breakout here. You can see this is exactly what we were talking about last night when we were up here, where there'd be a big turnaround, and it turned around 5%. You can see we're sitting just below the 50-day moving average, heading down towards the 100-day moving average at $100,000. And then obviously our first major support level, critical support level, the 200-day moving average right there in green. And oh, that's the 4-hour time frame. The 200-day moving average is down there at $90,000. The 50-day moving average is just below the critical $97,000 major support you have to hold. And that's this week what we're going to be looking at, these moving averages that we lined up yesterday to see if we do come retest these areas down here. And that's what we're going to be watching this week to see if this was the end and the top of the current pump that we've had greater than, if we look back here, we've had a greater than from the swing double bottom low at 74,000 to the wick high yesterday afternoon, 44.56% or $33,000 rise in the Bitcoin price over the last 3.5 to 4 weeks. And I've been saying I still believe this is going to break back down. I still think it's going to, but we're getting very, very close to a new all-time high, or it's going to be the ultimate bull trap, the textbook playbook, manipulated fleecing of the bull trap. And that's what we're watching out for. If we look at the Ethereum price, you can see the Ethereum price is starting to form a topping out pattern in the 4-hour time frame. If we get into the daily time frame, you can see we're sitting below the 200-day moving average now, coming closer and closer to the 100-day moving average that's sitting there at 2188. And then if you slip that, you're going to get, if you slip the 100-day moving average, you're not going to hold the 50-day moving average. And before you know it, you'd be back down here at $1,809. If this can hold an uptrending, charging 50-day moving average, threatening to have a bullish cross in a couple of days, and you hold this, you could still make that run up to $3,064, the bottom part of this major green resistance and support box, right? If we go into XLM, it's the same thing. We've been consolidating down after we had our bullish cross here last week. You can see where the 50 got on top of the 200, but now the price has been consolidating since. And what we've been looking at is, are we going to have a repeat of that pump and that consolidation here with this pump and this consolidation? Or is this going to actually break back through, which it's threatening to? It's getting very, very close. It actually wicked below the 200-day moving average overnight. It's just above the 200-day moving average and just below the 50-day moving average. And you got to hold that 200-day moving average to continue to pump. Or if you break that, you're going to come back down to 25 cents. And that's what we're going to watch out for today. The XRP price today, you notice we got heavily rejected off that 255. $2.55 level, major resistance level, a spot that we thought we could get rejected from. You can see we're sitting right on, we whipped down to the 50-day moving average, down at $2.28, and we're just slightly above that now. And what we're watching out for this week is, do we hold this two short-term moving averages that are up here and make another run back up at this 255 and then break it? Or was this our top after going from $1.61 swing wick low from 3 weeks ago to 255 to 258 wick high? And before you know it, if this breaks down, you'd be back at the critical neckline that we're trying to hold to keep this bullish momentum going. Same thing with the AMP. We've shown signs of life in AMP. We were in this falling channel consolidation ever since about the first week of December 2024. We went down 86%. We got up 90% from wick to wick right there. And now you can see we've consolidated again with a violent wick, and we're trying to hold that 50-day moving average to try to continue to the upside, which the next pump to the upside would get you up near the 0.00669. But if you fail to hold the 50-day moving average, you'd be coming back down towards swing bottom consolidation of a bunch of zeros at 346. Hbar is the same thing. You can see what we talked about yesterday. It's consolidating. It's actually below the moving averages now, which is very critical because that could be very, very bearish because it's going to come back up now and try to retest this. And if you can't get back above these 3 moving averages right here, you're going to end up coming all the way back down to the 15 cents. So this is a critical time in the market. It's a critical time in the coin. We'll have an extensive update at the new time. Peace and love.